You know what's wrong with you. You have deal breakers that are negotiable. Things that you say that you never allow, that you continue to make reasons and excuses to permit. You forgive, then you formulate reasons to make things your fault. You find ways to tolerate behaviors by justifying the relationships because of titles like friends or family, and in fear of losing your connection to them, you hold on or harbor and hoard your having to have them in your life. But their absence is not your finale, and it's some of them that you actually should forget. The problem with you is that you said that you would never, but somehow and for another reason, here you are being more consistent at nevering than you ever are at the discipline and the not doing of the things or people you know damn well that you should not have anything to do with. You keep saying that it's them or it's that, but the truth is that your lack of boundaries and an unwillingness to stick to your word and you not doing the work, that is the reason for everything that you do get or that you don't. But you know that if and when you choose to live your life, modify your circle, do what is necessary to address and adjust your circumstances, get your shit together, all of this will change. The problem is that you won't. Because it's easier to be pitiful than it is to be persistent. Misery does love company, and it's a lot more comfortable in that crowd than it is to walk the lonely road of leadership. So far you've enjoyed the benefits of a below average lifestyle for the sake of remaining connected to a community that you came from. It seems like being a failure at whatever that is more acceptable than being productive at what isn't. And the problem with you is that you don't want to hurt more than you want to help. You think you're doing the right thing by staying out the way, not stirring the pot, not causing a scene, but that ain't doing any of them or the bigger picture any good. Plus, that's more for yourself. That's your way of self-sabotage, lowering expectations, lessening the weight of what you know your purpose is, and making this about everything other than personal responsibility, self-esteem, and lack of confidence. It's not normal that you struggle or suffer the same shit over and over. This mess is not meant for you. It ain't fate nor destiny that is responsible for why you keep repeating the redundantly vicious cycles of behavior. It's habit and tradition formed out of comfort. And it's because that's where your subconscious is. The problem with you is that you know what you need to do, but you're more curious about what you can't, aren't, or are told isn't possible. And it's crazy how that works. You could be so successful so easily just being yourself, the best version, but you're trying extra hard to be a failure, a fuck up, or lost because you can't seem to find yourself for no reason other than that's what you feel like doing. And that's fine if you're going to be okay with it, but you're not. You're wanting, wishing, and waiting for what you know is in your way to somehow make a way out for you, but you've been unwilling to do it for yourself. And that's exactly what not to do. You're not stuck. Not as much as you are just sticking to the script where you could be creating solutions. You're creating chaos, complications, and confusion. You're coming instead of going, and your comfort zone is what has helped create this narrative. You don't care enough about yourself to quit the temporary things that you know are trouble and continue to trip you up. But at some point, you're going to have to say no for and to you. It is imperative. The problem with you is that you're afraid, that fear, that having to fight, that following through, that none of that is a fact that can stop the you that decides to not be stopped or slowed by it, because there are no rules, no restrictions, no route that can determine you. You know what you're capable of, what you can accomplish, what you can complete, what no one can compete with you at for no reason. You're not in this position because you have more faith and belief in them more than yourself. You are the only competition that you actually believe in. But you've allowed yourself to be silenced, labeled, stereotyped, manipulated. You've let them tell you that you should be more compromising, more compassionate, more considerate of others. They say you should be humble. So that turns into the issue of you overthinking and not acting appropriately because you already know what it is. This ain't the zoo. Baby, this is the jungle. The problem with you is that you are going to be a problem, whether you be you or you be what they want you to be or you be nothing, because that's just what they want to see you as. The results are going to be repeating the same conversations, complications, and confrontations for as long as you continue to not go after what you need to go after in order to get what you choose and not just end up with what they want to see you have. So you have to decide what you want, that you want it, that you're going to do what you have to in order to get it, that you're going to do what it takes to keep it, to maintain it, to grow it, to duplicate it, replicate it, to maximize it, to make it do what is due. But before you do any of that, you're going to have to do some work, some real work. The work that it is going to take in order to make anything that you want to happen. And before you do that, you'll have to recognize this, that the real problem with you is you.